Hi guys, so for once I'm actually doing a video that I said I was going to do today. I will be ranking every Barbie movie ever, and I don't want the intro to be too long because I actually have a lot to get into this time, because I do want to preface this saying there is 3 movies missing from this list, because when I watched every Barbie movie ever, this was quite a while ago, okay? So there's like 3 of the recent ones missing, and I added 3 extra ones just for fun. I know these aren't movies, it's some of the shows and something else, and I added that. And just a disclaimer, my opinions might be kind of controversial. There's a lot of fan favorites that I do not like, and I'm a long time Barbie stan. I've loved Barbie for forever, but I'm also very biased to a specific time in Barbie history, and that era will become quite apparent when you see the ranking. But I do like some of the newer ones as well, okay? I'm not that biased. I can see greatness where it is. So I'm gonna get into it. But just know, this is my opinion and it's controversial. There's a lot that I do not like, okay? So I'm gonna just get into it. We can have fun, guys. We can have fun. So first I'm gonna show you the different categories that we have. So right at the bottom we have stay away from me. These are for the absolute worst of worst. Like, I would genuinely never touch this movie again. I don't want anybody to even mention this movie. It just makes me irritated and makes me upset. Flop is a bad movie, but it's not offensively bad. It's just bad. It's like maybe in this category I put maybe there was potential to be decent and they completely did not do that. That's just the flop category is what it says. It's a flop movie. Then in the middle we have Girl Who Gaff. That's for the ultimate mid tier movies where it's like maybe I think about you sometimes, but would I be like, oh, we need to watch this right now? No. Do you stand out to me at all? Absolutely not. You are mid for sure. Then we had a time for sure, which is this is good. We had a time for sure. I remember watching this. I remember having a good time. And yes, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Would recommend. Many people should have this time for sure, you know? And then on top, self-explanatory, we have You Mean Everything to Me, for the movies that mean everything to me. Because some of these movies, genuinely one of these movies is in my list of all-time favorite movies out of every movie, you know? And one of them is here, okay? There is a Barbie movie that is truly groundbreaking in this list. So I'm gonna get into it. Also, what I do want to mention is the movies that are missing from this list are Barbie and Stacy's To the Rescue 2024, Barbie Epic Road Trip 2022, and Barbie and Teresa Recipe for Friendship. So if that's anybody's favorites, which I doubt it is, because I've never heard anybody mention those movies ever, I'm sorry, it's not here. And the others that I added just for fun, they will come up eventually. So I'm gonna just get into it, and I'm gonna actually start off with one of my most controversial ones, just so we can get it out of the way, because people are gonna be angry with me regardless over this. So the first one I want to do is Barbie and the Nutcracker, which is one of the first ones. It's not the actual first. People think it's the first. But this is sorry. I know people like this movie. I told you guys my opinions are quite controversial on these movies. I don't like Barbie and the Nutcracker. I find it to be quite boring. I think the fight scenes are kind of funny in a goofy way. The fight scenes that happen in Barbie and the Nutcracker, like with the Rat King and the Nutcracker, it's pretty much like watching toddlers fight. I just don't like the Nutcracker. I find the Nutcracker storyline to be very boring. Is this an attack on the ballet? No. Also, if you watched my what is the pigeon dating so hard to fall boyfriend video, you know I'm scared of the Nutcracker song. Did that make a difference in this? Not really. I just don't like this movie. I don't like this movie. It's quite boring to me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just doesn't stand out to me at all. And this is gonna be a reoccurring theme with like the early Barbie movies. Not that I don't like any of them. I do like some of them. It's just there's always something missing for me. It does not grab my attention, especially for the era of Barbie movies that I grew up with. Those movies had a lot going on. Those movies had a lot of comedy. The early ones don't. So I'm putting it there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And actually, I'm gonna go into the first Barbie movie of all time next. Barbie and the Rockets. I want to put this in. No, I'm going to put it in Stay Away From Me. There's only one good thing about this movie, and that is the fact that Barbie calls everybody Diva. She's like, what's wrong, Diva? and it's funny to me every time. It really makes me laugh. But let me tell you something about this movie. Nobody talks about this damn movie for I don't know what reason. I don't know if nobody else saw it, but I definitely saw it. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. This movie makes me unbelievably angry because there's a okay, first of all, this movie has multiple names from what I saw. I don't know why, but anyway, this movie came out in like 1987 or something. What the plot of this movie is, because I'm sure many of you haven't seen it, is that Barbie is in this band called Barbie and the Rockers. They finished their world tour, so then they decide they're gonna do a space tour because they already did the world tour. And okay, so now you think they're gonna go like to space to like do a performance for some Martians? They don't. They actually just go and perform in a space station, which that pissed me off as well because it's like because at the space, I'm like getting irritated. At the space station, they just broadcast it to the whole world. They already did a world tour. Why are we doing this, you know? So then the space tour is just genuinely a world tour. And if you think that's what's irritating me, you are very far off. Because while they're trying to come back to Earth, they were singing in the rocket ship or whatever, and the melodies of their performances cause like a space-time gap. I don't know. I'm not this girl in STEM. I don't know what this means. And they basically travel back in time to the 50s or the 60s. I don't know. And this is what irritates me. They meet this little girl. They befriend this little girl. And then they take this little girl to this like one of those diners, and then they see a jukebox there, and they are tired of the music. So do you know what they do? They play their own music on a CD in the jukebox in the 50s, causing their band to become famous in the 50s and the 60s when they're actually from the 80s. And when they go back to the 80s, the little girl remembers this whole thing, and the issue is there's no repercussions for this. They have caused, in any other time travel movie, TV show, anything about time travel, do not like publicize things from the future in the past. Do not try to change your destiny, because your destiny is becoming famous in the 80s, and now you're bringing 80s synth music back to the 60s. You can't do that. And guess what? There was no repercussions for it. There was no repercussions. Everything was actually very fine. People were okay with this, and I don't like that. So that is why it's in stay away from me, because genuinely stay away from me. So that's my rant on Barbie and the Rockers Out of This World. I think that's what it's called. If you haven't seen it, maybe go see it so you can understand why I'm so angry about this. But anyway, let me go to the next one. I don't know if I should really do it in order, but I'm gonna kind of go in order so I don't get confused. But I don't want to put all in one go, so I'm gonna see how it goes. But next is Barbie Rapunzel. Once again, guys, don't hate me. Is it crazy to put like Rapunzel above Nutcracker? Kinda. And that's only because I feel like they're kind of in the same league. But Rapunzel at least had like some things going. I remember kind of enjoying it, but not in a way that like I'd ever want to watch it again. I don't want to watch Barbie Rapunzel ever again, especially since we have all of these other movies to rewatch. Why would I waste my time on Rapunzel? Rapunzel was also boring to me, but what I will give them props for, I like the paintbrush thing. I did like the paintbrush thing. A lot of things was interesting about this movie, and that's why I'm putting it in Gold Gap. Not because it's bad, but because I don't think it is on, because this is relative to all of these other movies, okay? I just don't think it is on the same level as some of these better ones, okay? So I'm sorry to the Rapunzel lovers. I know there's many ones out there. I know people love Nutcracker. I know people love the Nutcracker. I'm sorry, guys. This is my list. And I'm coming to you with a heart full of honesty and vulnerability by publicly admitting this, because I know people are gonna really hate this, but this is me being vulnerable, you guys. This is my truth, and please respect my truth and my space, okay? But here's a non-vulnerable opinion. This is a true opinion. I hope everybody's glad to see it. Barbie Swan Lake goes in We Had a Time for sure. And it's not going in You Mean Everything to me, because this is a sacred category, guys. That category is very sacred, and only very specific movies can get in there. And while I'm making this, I really know what's going in there, okay? But you just need to realize that We Had a Time for Sure is a lot above Golden Gap. They aren't like even comparable, okay? There isn't even like a line between them. They are there, you know. And Swan Lake Swan Lake, I think, is one of the best classic Barbie movies of all time. Swan Lake, truly, I don't know what it is about Swan Lake that appeases me so much. Swan Lake, I truly think, is a beautiful movie. Even visually, I think it's one of the like most superior Barbie movies of all of them. Visually, it's amazing. Swan Lake is also kind of funny. It also has. I liked that the earlier movies focused on ballet in a way. I think it really, it added something to it culturally. I think Swan Lake was so good, you guys. It Swan Lake, I can't even, guys. Swan Lake is a good movie. I don't. I'm at the loss for words. I'm overwhelmed by how many movies there are here. But just know, I like Swan Lake. Okay, Swan Lake is beautiful. We have another win coming up, actually, in chronological order of when these movies came out, and that is Barbie, Princess, and the Pauper. I know this is some people's favorites. Is it mine? Absolutely not. Okay, it doesn't even touch the You Mean Everything to Me tier. I'm sorry to the stands of this movie. It's a good movie, though. I will say that it is a good movie. When I was younger, I didn't really like it. I did not care about it, but I think it deserves a space on this list purely because of the fact that Mattel has tried to remake this movie like every few years. They remake this movie in some way, and unfortunately, none of them ever top this. None of them ever top this. This movie is good. It's also really funny. We get Preminger, who is one of the best Barbie villains of all time. He is really funny. Everybody in this movie is really funny and really good, and I like that. For what, like, a lot of the time other characters don't seem as fleshed out as the character Barbie plays, but I think everybody was pretty good in this movie. Everybody had their own thing going on, and I really liked it. Princess and the Pauper is really good, but you know what I hate about these movies in general, because like I said, Mattel tries to remake them like frequently. The princess character always acts like in her life she's suffering as much as the pauper. And while I understand you don't want to get married or for all of that, that sucks, you have so many responsibilities, the one on the other side is usually in a way worse spot than you. Talk Erica was literally like almost homeless. Erica is like living paycheck to pay, penny to penny, in fact. And Annalise talking about some, I don't want to, I get it, but like it's so hard to like see the, I don't think they are that equal. But anyway, that is a decent movie. That's a really decent movie. Shout out to Barbie, Princess and the Pauper. I think it's one of the best early ones as well. Next is Barbie Fairytopia, which I also know is a very legendary one. We have Bubble and all of that jazz. And I also didn't really care about this one as a child. However, I do want to say this, I don't actually know where to put this. I know I just said, oh, We Had a Time for Sure and Girl Who Gaff is so big a part, but let me explain my dilemma real quick before I place it. My issue with Barbie Fairytopia is the entire time I was watching it, I was like, this is pretty good. Like, what's her name? Melina? Let me check. Let me check. It's been a while, guys, since I've watched these movies. Oh, yeah. Melina. Main character Melina. I found it very interesting that she was the only fairy born without wings, okay? And I thought this movie was pretty good. Melina saving everybody and all of that. What is, because if it was just like that, I would have put it in We Had a Time for Sure. My issue is, at the end of the movie, as a reward, Melina gets wings. When I was watching this movie, I thought like the message the entire time was like, Melina being different doesn't make her any less than anybody else, and Melina doesn't need like to have wings to complete her. And then they just give her wings, and that's why I was like, okay, like you had the opportunity to do something very good, Melina not having wings, I think would have elevated the movie so much, like the movie ending without Melina having wings, as she learns to accept that she's just as much as a fairy as everybody else. But they didn't do that, and Melina got wings. And that's why I want to put it in Girl Who Gaff, because we had the whole movie we were having a time, and then they just had to give her wings, and I don't like that. Guys, I don't like that. Melina should have never gotten those wings. It just, it feels like, what was the lesson of the movie then? What did we learn from this? Because it's not that she should be happy, like without the wings, because she got the wings in the end. So I'm very upset about that. I'm very upset about that, and that's why I regrettably need to put it in Girl Who Gaff. I don't even think it's on the same level as Rapunzel, but I just cannot with good faith put it in We Had a Time for sure. I'm sorry to the Fairytopia stands. But let's raise the mood again, you guys, because now we have another good one, Barbie and the Magic of the Pegasus. This is nobody's favorite for some reason. People don't be talking about this movie, but I like this movie, okay? This movie is wild. There's so much shit that happens. This movie is funny. It's also beautiful, just like Swan Lake. It's just beautiful to watch. I love Barbie and the Magic of the Pegasus. It's such a good time. Wenlock is such a weirdo, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Swan Lake and Magic of the Pegasus is really good because the villains like actually scary. Like Wenlock actually freaked me the fuck out, and that's why I need to put it in We Had a Time for sure, because Magic of the Pegasus. If somebody invites me over and they're like, "Oh, do you want to watch Magic of the Pegasus?" I'm gonna say, "Yeah, put it on right now." That's a good time, and we are going to have a time for sure, which is why it's in We Had a Time for sure. That movie is so good. That movie is so good. Anyway, unlike Fairytopia, a letdown. But anyway, okay, now here's another controversial opinion considering what I just did. Barbie Fairytopia Mermaidia, I think, is actually so much better than Fairytopia. I loved Fairytopia Mermaidia. I think this movie was actually really good, and I cannot explain why I like it more. Because it's not based on like anything. I just found myself like actually like, oh, I'm having a good time, you know? So I'm sorry. I know people like Fairytopia. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna put Mermaidia in We Had a Time for sure. You know what though? I cannot believe like Fairytopia is one of like the longest running Barbie series. Cause I just don't think it, not that it didn't deserve it, but like Fairytopia never stood out for me ever. Ever. It just never stood out to me. So I'm just kinda, I don't know why it got so many sequels. Maybe people just really like Bubble, which I know they do. But I'm gonna put Mermaidia in We Had a Time for sure, so all of you Fairytopia stands can rest easy knowing I don't hate the entirety of Fairytopia, just the premise of the first movie really makes me angry. Now the next one, this is not a shocking opinion at all. I'm sure everybody who has ever like watched this movie before will agree. Barbie Diaries goes in Stay Away From Me. Now, is it as bad as, I'm actually kind of debating putting it in flop, because is it as bad as some of these other movies that's going to go and Stay Away From Me? No, it actually isn't. You know what? I'm going to put Barbie Diaries in flop, because Barbie Diaries is actually only bad because Barbie was trying to be something it was not, like the franchise. It was very clearly trying to be a Bratz ripoff, even in the like character lines, the animation, even the plot line was very much, oh, I need to be Bratz so bad. And the thing is, we already had My Scene. Barbie, you were already in the element. And if you watch My Scene video, you know I love My Scene. I don't think any of this was necessary. But Barbie Diaries is a bad movie. That's just a bad movie because it was very clearly trying to be something it was not, and that's why it goes in flop. It will not go and Stay Away From Me, because the movies in Stay Away From Me, genuinely, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to see a poster. Barbie Diaries is kind of laughably bad. Barbie Diaries is the movie you watch when you're like, I kind of want to watch a bad movie. You're gonna put on Barbie Diaries. And I know some people are gonna be like sending death threats to my house for putting Barbie Diaries on the same level as the Nutcracker. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. I think it deserves that placement. Sue me. People are actually gonna sue me for this next one, and that's why I'm not gonna explain it much. Because I know I know this is also a lot of people's favorites. I'm sorry guys, I'm actually stressed about this because I know my friends are gonna be messaging me like, what the fuck, you know? Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses is going in gold. I think the movie's boring. I like that they are 12 Barbies, I guess. Do they have any distinct personalities, really? Like all of them? No. Most of the movie is really boring to me. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? I will give them props though. It was kind of like a telenovela in some parts. I was kind of like gagged. I was like, this is soapy level drama. But if somebody invites me over and it's like, we're gonna watch 12 Dancing Princesses, I kind of be like, oh, can we not? Like, can we not maybe? And I'm sorry, that's my opinion. I think 12 Dancing Princesses is kind of mud. You know, do I like it more than Rapunzel? Yes. But do I like it more than Fairytopia? Absolutely not. I think Fairytopia is leaps above 12 Dancing Princesses. And that's my opinion. Now, another Fairytopia movie, unfortunately. Now, this movie is going straight to Ngolugaf. I'm not even gonna apologize for this because this entire time I was watching this movie, I felt like, wow, this feels a little unnecessary, and I feel like they were just trying to. This movie felt like a cash grab for the Fairytopia like franchise. Really, I liked some parts of it, but I just feel like the entire movie was just a bit unnecessary and didn't need to be made. That's how I can sum up my thoughts on this movie. Um, I don't care much about it at all. I don't even have words. I like the whole school concept kind of, but at the point I was just like, I don't really, Barbie as an island princess. I also struggle with this one because the concept was unique. I liked the concept. I thought it was quite refreshing actually. Also, I like the island aesthetic. Tika is notoriously known for being one of the most hated Barbie characters of all time, and I would just like to say Tika's ugly and Tika's a bad friend. Tika is a terrible friend to homegirl whose name I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna check. She's a terrible friend to her. She's a trifling ass bitch. Actually, she's trying to ruin this woman's life at multiple corners. And to this woman, I'd say, why are you trusting an elephant? Not that elephants are bad. Elephants are pretty cool, actually, but not Tika. Don't trust an elephant who wears false lashes. Okay, that's what I would say. But you know what? I was gonna put it in We Had a Time for sure because I remember having a good time watching it. But at the same time, is it on the level of these? Absolutely not. It actually does not even come close to these, so it will have to go on Gold Gap. But I would say I feel more positively towards it than I would feel towards a Rapunzel and a 12 Dancing Princesses. I feel like it's accurately on level with Fairytopia, the first Fairytopia, not Magic of the Rainbow. Not at all, guys. Sorry. And now we actually have the Fairytopia spin-off, Mariposa. Okay, Butterfly Friends was the first one. This one's actually really good. I like Mariposa more than Fairytopia. I think Mariposa is an amazing movie. It's not in You Mean Everything to me, but just know I love this movie. I had never seen it as a child. I only rewatched it when I watched all of these, and I think this movie is amazing. Okay, I really enjoy it. It's a good time, and Mariposa is different enough from Melina that there's like something going. You know what I mean? There's like more stuff to have. And I know I just said, why is there so many Fairytopia movies? I appreciate that Mariposa was different enough to make a staple out on its own. I think Mariposa was a step in the right direction. That was a good movie, okay? And now, are you guys so excited? The first movie to go in You Mean Everything to Me. I wonder what it's gonna be. It's actually one of the most supreme movies of all time. No question about it. Barbie and the Three Musketeers. What can I say about this movie that has not been said before? I think Barbie and the Three Musketeers is amazing. Amazing. I'm too excited here. I'm sorry. Four strong women not compromising their femininity to be strong women. Exactly, Barbie and the Three Musketeers. Multiple things from this movie I think about all the time. First of all, the prince that Barbie falls in love with, not being the strong man, not being the one to save her, she saves him. He's also like kind of an idiot. I respect that. As somebody who also likes himbos, I respect that. Karen telling her mother, I want to be a musketeer just like dad was. And then when those crusty ass men there in Paris were like, you can't be a musketeer, you're a woman. And she does not let them get to her. She says, I think I can do all of your jobs better than you do. And guess what she does? Her and her friends literally do. They literally do. And they all come together in such a cunty way. Also, the cat, what's his name? I forgot the cat's name. Sorry, but like I love how she says I'm gonna be a musketeer, and then he falls, and then she falls, and then the pig is like musketeer, more like muscatastrophe. I die every time. I don't know why it's so funny to me, and I think about it all the time. I love this movie. It's amazing. It's ooh. The quality of this movie. Every time I watch it, I'm just like, wow, they really had their big one with this one. I hope the executives at Mattel knew, like, wow, we actually did that movie. We did. And I think this movie deserved an Oscar. I think it does. Barbie and the Three Musketeers, amazing. Everybody should watch it like once a year. That's the movie, okay? Barbie and the Diamond Castle. We on a good run here, okay, guys? I wanna, it's, I wanna put it in You Mean Everything to Me. This is the line between You Mean Everything to Me and Weird at Time for Sure is very thin, because Barbie and the Diamond Castle is actually amazing. Is it one of my favorite movies of all time? No, I wouldn't say that. But is it one of my favorite it is one of my favorite Barbie movies of all time. Barbie and the Diamond Castle. Um, that's, I cannot even describe why this movie is so good. It's funny. The plot is interesting. Things were scary. I think about the songs constantly. Actually, I want that necklace with the heart and the rope so bad. I think I am gonna get one. I think it's what I deserve. And just everything about this movie, their friendship was so good, and I'm glad they had a moment where they were kind of fighting because it was somehow their relationship was realistic between the two girls. Everything about this movie is actually really good, and I'm glad I put it in You Mean Everything to Me. I wasn't anticipating putting that there, but now that I think about it, she does mean everything to me. She's an amazing movie. The animals dancing on their hind legs, though, that pissed me off. That could knock it down, but it's not going to, because that is it better than these five? Yeah, it is, and it deserves to be up there, and I'm glad to see it there. Everything about that movie is great, but is it my favorite? Not really, but it's definitely above those, and I'll put it on the same league as Three Musketeers. And we are still on such a good run. Nobody ever talks about it. Barbie and a Christmas Carol. Now, the Christmas Carol storyline has been done in many movies. Dare I say, Barbie did it the best. Dare I say, Barbie did it the best. I don't usually like Christmas movies because I'm not Christian. I don't be watching them like that. But Barbie and a Christmas Carol, I'm putting that on every 25th of December. I'm sorry. Barbie and a Christmas Carol is really good. It's a good time. I'm enjoying my time, and I remember it. And you see, when you watch so many of these Barbie movies, some of them start to melt together. And I'm sure you're going to see that when I get to some of the newer ones, that I cannot actually remember what the plot was really about. I mean, I have notes here, guys. I do have notes. I kind of know what I'm talking about. But Barbie and a Christmas Carol, that movie is memorable to me. I think that movie was really good. And if we're following the law, which is that Barbie is an actress in these movies, which is the law if you're a real Barbie fan. Barbie really acted her ass off in that movie. I know she's animated. The animators did it. I don't care. Barbie as an actress, she acted her ass off in that movie. She was really good in that movie, and that's what I want to say. That movie's amazing, guys. That movie's amazing, but it's not one of my favorites. I mean, to get to here, you need to be something really, really remarkable. Okay. So Barbie and a Christmas Carol, pretty good. And the thing is, we would be going on a excellent run, because I actually believe this era of Barbie that I just got to, like Three Musketeers, Diamond Castle, Christmas Carol, this era and the movies after that are some of the greatest Barbie movies of all time. But unfortunately, there is a thorn in this plan. There is a movie that comes between some of the most perfect movies of all time that is utter trash. That's going straight to the straight away from me. And if you know, you know. Thumbelina. This movie should have never been made. And I care about the environment a lot, okay? You might not know that about me. I am very woke. I care about the environment. I like the concept. The concept was unique, actually. But this movie's irritating. This movie's bad. The entire time I was watching it, I was like, can it just end? I kind of needed to end. Thumbelina's weird. The movie's weird. I don't know why they made it. It's important to bring attention to environmental conservation. But was Thumbelina the one to do it? No. This movie's weird and annoying, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. I'm sorry, guys. I don't think anybody likes that movie, actually. Don't know what I'm apologizing for. Nobody likes that damn movie. Like, Barbie Thumbelina is basically like B-movie and Coco Melon mixed together. It's very much a nothing burger movie, and I think it deserves no respect at all, actually. It deserves absolutely nothing. And it's so disappointing that they released Thumbelina between Christmas Carol and one of the greatest movies of all time. I'm looking for it. I found it. Barbie and a Mermaid Tale. Oh my gosh. Barbie and a Mermaid Tale Life-changing. Life-changing. Queen of the Waves. Me and my sister knew the entire choreography for the Queen of the Waves dance. Um, Merlia Summers. She means the world to me. Name any other surfer you know besides Merlia Summers. She is a record breaker. She changed the game. She is the queen of the waves. Yeah, she is actually. If you heard the song, you know Merlia Summers is the queen of the waves. Gnarly pink highlights, yes. The waves. This movie gives me chills every time I watch it. Oceania is stunning. It's stunning, and the puns and creativity that this movie has, like with the stores in Oceania, just everything going on there, and just like the DJ being like a fish or something. Or like the MP3 player. I don't know what they called it, but like this movie is so good, and it's original too. I'd never seen anything like it at the time. I think Barbie and a Mermaid is one of the greatest movies ever made. Period. Period. And it deserves nothing less than You Mean Everything to Me. If you don't like Barbie and a Mermaid, I there is something sinister about you. There is something sinister about you, because how can you not like the Queen of the Waves? Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's amazing. It's an amazing movie. And once again, this is the golden run. And now I'm going to show you what is my favorite Barbie movie of all time, because it's not any of them that are already there. My favorite Barbie, and people are going to disagree. I don't care. This is the one movie I'll accept no slander on, because this is in my list of ultimate favorite movies of all time, like not even Barbie movies. Um, Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And is there anything special about the plot that I would be like, wow, this is like revolutionary? No. But this movie, there is something about it. I can watch this movie every day. I know the lines to this movie. This movie is so funny. This movie is so funny. And it's so good. And I do have a bias towards movies where Barbie is Barbie herself. Because there's something very interesting to me about Barbie's life and like Barbie's family. You'll see it later. I care a lot about like Barbie's actual life. But Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale, Get Your Sparkle On. I think of every song in this movie all the time. Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale. It's amazing. I think this is also the first movie we see Raquel catching on bullshit, which he does often. And I like Raquel. But Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale, name a better movie. You can't. And if you name a better movie than Barbie Fashion Fairy Tale, you are simply wrong. Because that is the perfect Barbie movie. It's amazing. It's just amazing, you guys. Unfortunately, we have to take a slight dip out of the You Mean Everything to Me thing to put Barbie and a Mermaid 2. This movie is also really good. But does it mean everything to me? No. Did I think the original needed a sequel? Not really, but this movie actually is really good. I liked that they did this movie. Okay, I did. But is it as good as the first? No. But does it hold up better than the other Barbie sequels? 100% yes. 100% yes. I liked this movie. And I think people always complain Malia, like after already knowing that she's from Oceania, she's like quite like hostile, like with her mother and all of that. I actually think it makes sense. Malia is kind of hostile when it comes to like things that get in the way of her surfing. But I actually think this movie was really good. I love Barbie in a Mermaid too. And it deserves respect. People like to hate on this one, and I don't really know why, because it's pretty good. It's definitely better than Rapunzel. And it's true, and it's better than 12 Dancing Princesses. I said what I said. I'm sorry, but it's true. And now we also get another 10 out of 10 perfect movie. Perfect movie. We actually got 2 coming up, actually, but Barbie Fairy Secret. This is the funniest Barbie movie of all time. I actually die every time I watch this. I think it's one of the funniest movies ever. Princess Graciela actually carries the comedy for this movie, because something about every time she calls Ken the wrong name makes me laugh uncontrollably. We also get to see Barbie and Raquel kind of makeup, which I really like, because, Barbie's a lot stronger than me. Because if Raquel did some of the shit to me that she did to Barbie, we would never make up. And she repeatedly goes after Ken when he's a taken man. But Barbie Fairy Secret, that's a good movie, you guys. I like fairies in general. If you watched any of my Think About videos, you know I like fairies a lot. But Fairy Secret, oh my god, and the tie-ins to Fashion Fairy Tale with Liliana Roxelle. If you know, you know. Liliana's a fairy. Real ones know. Fairy Secret, amazing movie, amazing movie. I love that movie so much. It's just, and you know, next up we also have revolutionary movie. Now, nobody has ever said anything bad about this movie. Do you know why? You can't say anything bad about this movie because there's nothing wrong with it. Barbie, Princess Charm School, Blair Willows, aka Barbie Danganronpa. I think I pronounced it right. Getting into the game recently, guys. I just want to mention Blair Willows is basically Makoto, the ultimate lucky student. But anyway, Princess Charm School, that's an amazing movie. You can't say anything bad about it because no flaws exist to this movie. This movie is amazing with no problems. I cannot even name anything wrong with this movie. It's just amazing. And Blair was so selfless. Blair is the people's princess. And what's her name? Delancey. I like a dynamic villain. She was a villain because of her mother, but she cared about justice. And I like a dynamic villain. That is good character design, you guys. I'm speaking like I have any authority over this. I have no authority. I'm just talking shit, you know. But Barbie Princess Charm School, and now I kind of want to get into some of the non movies. Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse is one of the best shows ever made. Barbie Life in the Dreamhouse has changed pop culture, I'd say. So many stuff has come out of that show. I actually think there's never been an episode of that show where I didn't laugh like at least twice. Life in the Dreamhouse is genuinely so funny and it's so revolutionary. Whoever made that show needs every award on the planet. Give them a Nobel Peace Prize because the fact that they are actual dolls and they're living in like the actual doll Dreamhouse, it's so good. And Ken being obsessed. Oh, my antivirus. Ken being obsessed with Barbie and being like unafraid to show that's a real man. That's a real man. Name a bigger man than Ken. And Ryan being annoying but also so funny. This show, and you know who's one of the best people in the show? Teresa. Teresa is one of my favorite Barbie characters regardless, and she's just so silly and weird, especially in Life in the Dreamhouse. I love everybody in Life in the Dreamhouse, and I cannot name a bad episode. And here's also where I want to put in one of my bullshit entries. This is if you've never seen Most Popular Girls in School on YouTube, is this a Mattel franchise? No. But did I want to mention it? Yes. Because I actually don't know if anybody should watch this now because I feel like this is one of those things that you had to watch when it came out. I don't know if it like is funny if you watch it for the first time now, but I think this show was also revolutionary. There's a lot of this show that I think about all the time. Specifically, Saison Marguerite, how you say book. I think about that all the time. And just the show is so good. The show is so good and it's so silly. And you know, people don't want to watch silly stuff anymore. So shout out to Most Popular Girls in School. If you've never seen it, go watch it. Go watch it. It's so worth it. And now things are gonna start to take a decline. Not yet, but things are about to take a decline. I'm so sorry for it's gonna go down steadily, but it's definitely gonna go down. Next up is a fairly decent one though. Nobody ever talks about this, but Perfect Christmas. I still can't sing, but I will try every video for sure. Barbie in a Perfect Christmas, that's a good Christmas movie. Is it as good as Christmas Carol? I wouldn't say that, but as you know, I like Barbie's family and I like movies about Barbie's family. And what I want to say about this is I really enjoyed seeing the sibling dynamic in this movie. They all had things they wanted to do, but they could not do it because of the snowstorm. And Barbie she really is such a good older sister. She really was like worried, not even that she couldn't get to do what she wanted on Christmas, but that her sisters would be disappointed and she felt like she was personally letting them down. And you know what? I like seeing their family dynamic because Skipper was also having her own issues at the time because she was supposed to have this concert. And then when they decided to have the concert there where they got stranded, Skipper was getting irritated that Barbie kept on trying to help her, and Skipper was like, "This is my thing, I'm gonna do it my way." And I liked seeing that because, in all of these movies where you see like Barbie, there's always like this thing like, how would Barbie sisters actually feel being sisters to Barbie who can do everything, canonically can do everything? And it showed like really realistically that Skipper wanted to carve away on her own thing. And you know what? Barbie did handled it so well. She handled it so well. She said you can take care of your own thing, but she still helped in the ways that she could without taking over. Also Stacy and Chelsea fighting about like Chelsea wanting to be with Stacy all the time. That's so real, and I liked seeing it. I think that's a really good. It's a very much an all-rounder movie. I would say it's not like, oh my god, life changing. It's just like I genuinely enjoyed this, and I will remember this, and I gained something from this. Do you know what I mean? I liked Barbie Perfect Christmas. We also get to see the return of Anne Millicent from Barbie Fashion Fairytale. Really good time. Love seeing that lady, okay? Next up, I return to the flop category of Barbie Princess and the Popstar. I'm not even going to mention much about this because this is a cheap knockoff of Princess and the Pauper. It's quite boring. Is it offensively bad? No. But like, it's just really boring. This movie is quite boring, and I do not care for it at all, not even in the slightest. I don't like this movie. It's going in the flop category, okay? However, let's get to this isn't that recent, but by the time these movies are coming out, I already stopped watching Barbie, unfortunately. So this is recent in my mind. Barbie and the Pink Shoes, I almost want to put it in you know what I am? I am simply because of the fact that I was actually, you need to understand, I watched these all like within 2 months, like a while ago, and Pink Shoes, while I know it's supposed to be nostalgic for ballet, it's supposed to be representative of ballet. The thing is, because all of the early Barbie movies were very ballet centered, a part of it felt like it was a throwback to the other Barbie movies. And I know that's not true, but it just felt like that. And I actually think this movie is really nice. It's so funny. It genuinely is one of the funnier Barbie movies. Its callbacks to the other like ballets which had Barbie adaptations were really good. I like the plot. I think people sleep on this movie. This movie is really good, and it's just this is a good movie. It's amazing. Mariposa and the Fairy Princess is going in Girl Who Gaff, because at this point, as much as I loved Mariposa, did we need another Mariposa movie? Especially since the golden run has just finished with Mermaid, Fairy Secret, Fashion Fairytale. We didn't need another Mariposa, and this movie was also weird and boring. I thought this movie was quite boring, and I do not care about it, and I don't even have much to say about it. So it's going in Girl Who Gaff because it's like, you are so unnecessary. Sorry to the Mariposa and the Fairy Princess stands, but this can never be Mariposa and the Butterfly Fairy friends. It's just nothing of the sort. It's a very forgettable movie, and why did we need another Mariposa? I feel like at a certain point, and you're gonna see that now, the Barbie franchise just starts doing shit, just throwing it out there, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. Barbie and her sisters in a ponytail. Now I know I just said I love when we see Barbie and her family. This one, however, is kind of in Girl Who Gaff. This movie is quite forgettable. It's not bad. It's simply just okay. Like, I guess Barbie finds a unicorn. They go to this riding school. It's a very whatever movie. I don't have a lot to say about it. It's whatever, okay? I do like the pun in the name, Barbie and her sisters in a ponytail. I like that. That's fun. But is the movie that fun? Not really. It goes in Girl Who Gaff. Interesting time, but not much going on there. Barbie and the Pearl Princess represents like the last of the original Barbie. There's like one more after this, but this represents like the ending of the golden era, I would say, and that goes in We Had a Time for sure. I had never even heard of Barbie and the Pearl Princess, but this movie's good. This is one of the only Barbie movies that I would say I was actually really surprised by how good it was. I was genuinely like, wow, I need to watch this more often. And I actually do. I'm going to rewatch this soon because this movie is really good. And unfortunately, I've only seen it that one time when I rewatched all of this. And I should really rewatch this. This is a good movie. If you're looking for a Barbie movie to watch, that you don't really remember, watch Pearl Princess, because that's a good movie. That's a really good movie, actually. Barbie and the Secret Door is the last of the original, like, of not the original, because the original would be like Rapunzel, Nutcracker, Swan Lake, and all of that. Secret Door is the last of like the golden era of animation in my eyes. And this movie, I wouldn't say it's as good as Pearl Princess and all of that, but it's good. It's good. Secret Door is definitely a movie. It's definitely a movie. It's nothing Girl Who Gaff, because I had a good time. Malusha, the villain, is what carried this movie. If this movie didn't have Malusha, it would go in flop or Girl Who Gaff. But Malusha is genuinely the funniest villain I've ever seen in a Barbie movie. She's actually in my like top ranked animated villains, because she is actually quite hysterical. Malusha is a weirdo, and I respect that girl. I respect having a little kid as the villain for an entire society. That's good. That's good. And they had their big one, and it's sad that they went out with such a bang, because from now on, a good movie is very rare. These ones that are left, finding a good movie, quite difficult, quite difficult. Especially now with the next one, stay away from me, Barbie Princess Power. Can I even comment on this movie, really? No. It's bad. That's all I have to say. This movie's bad, and I was angry the entire time, and I never want to see it again. And whoever said we should do this movie, wrong. I would have liked to see a Barbie superhero movie, because I think they could have done it in a cool way, like Barbie and the Three Musketeers. But did they do it in a cool way? No, they didn't. They actually really did not. And I was quite disappointed the entire time, because I would like to. We actually do see Barbie in a superhero adjacent movie now, and that was actually a good movie, and I'll get to that. I will get to that. But before I do, let me just put this here. Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures is what signifies the shift between the different like eras of Barbie. Because right now we're about to get a new Barbie. She is not the same as the fashion Fairytale Barbie Fairy Secret. She's not that famous Barbie. This is vlogger Barbie. Which is kind of a normal girl, and this franchise gets so much hate. And I'm here to say, is Barbie Dreamhouse Adventures Life in the Dreamhouse? Absolutely not. Life in the Dreamhouse is a genuine masterpiece that should have a museum built about it. Dreamhouse Adventures, I'm gonna put it in Golo Gaff, but in a positive light, okay? I actually think it's pretty, it's a fun time. The issue is it's kind of generic, but I have no problem with the franchise changing. I actually think the franchise changed in a positive way, in a way that was fresh enough for new fans to like it and old fans to not hate it as much. I think the new franchise is quite overhated. I like some of the new characters. I like how Barbie is like this younger version of herself. Because if you want to keep the franchise alive, you need to keep her more relatable. And while the old Barbie was not relatable, I find this new one quite refreshing and quite nice. Will she ever be the original Barbie? No. But I am fine with the new Barbie, okay? I'm fine with this version of Barbie. She is okay, and her house is really cool, and she has cool friends, okay? That's what I'm gonna say about her. She gets too much hate. She's a cool girl, okay? No more hate to the new Barbie, please, please. But she did signify some terrible movies. I'm sorry. Rock and Royals being one of them. That's going in Girl Who Gaff. Did the movie have some really good elements? Yes, I liked the two different camps. I think that was really cool. And I liked the concept, but was I bored? Yes. The movie had a lot of potential that I felt they did not take, and that's why it's going in Rock and Royals. I wish it was a good movie, because I really think it could have been a lot of a bigger movie than it was, but it's going there because it's kind of mid. Unfortunately. Barbie and the Great Puppy Adventures actually did surprise me, because this movie is pretty good. Because it's also centered around a family, but there's a lot going on in this movie. There's a lot going on, and it's really fun, and the puppies were really cute. It's a really fun story. There's some emotional elements as well. I think this movie is pretty good, and I'm actually glad I've seen it. This movie is pretty good. It's one of the better of the newer movies. But it's not the best of the new movies. The best of the new movies is coming up, but that will not be in the You Mean Everything to Me category, because it doesn't mean everything to me. But one of these movies of the new ones is actually really good, and I'm surprised people did not watch it like that, okay? And that movie is not Spy Squad. Spy Squad is going in Girl Who Gaff. I want to like Spy Squad because I miss Totally Spies, and I think they could have done a Totally Spies thing, and a lot of it was actually really entertaining. There were some funny moments. I liked the characters, but it's nothing special. It's going in Gold Gap because I once again I feel like that it was a good concept, but there was not enough to make me care about it. But it's a decent movie. But now I'm gonna tell you what is the best movie of the newer generation. Barbie Starlight Adventure. Oh, I almost put it in You Mean Everything to Me, which it doesn't, but it's really good. Guys, I've never seen somebody talk about this movie before. This movie was really interesting. Actually, it's like a sci-fi movie. I've never seen a Barbie movie or any girly franchises take that aesthetic before, and I liked seeing it because sci-fi oftentimes is always really like, oh, it's for boys and all of that. Barbie did it in such a good way where it wasn't like overly girly. It didn't need to do all that. It was just a good movie, very, very interesting movie. Once again, if you've never seen it, I actually think everybody should see this movie because this movie impressed the hell out of me. I didn't think Mattel would ever do a concept like that. And the poster is very misleading. I wish they leaned into more of the aesthetic of the movie for the poster because I'm telling you, the stuff in this movie, pretty good, pretty good. I had an amazing time with this movie. That's a really good movie, actually. And now it's very downhill from here. It's actually very downhill from here. Puppy Chase, Girl Who Gave. Once again, we already had Great Puppy Adventures. This happens like right after Great Puppy Adventures, but this movie is like, it's a time waster. Was I irritated while watching it? Not really, but it's definitely a time waster. No, I'm gonna put it in flop. It doesn't. Some of these are really good, like not really good, but some of these are decent. Puppy Chase is not decent. Puppy Chase is a flop movie. It's very much stuff is happening that did not need to be happening. These girls should not have taken their puppies outside and left them unsupervised. Why did we do any of this? Why did we do any of this? I don't like that movie. But it's not Stay Away From Me. It's a flop. Okay, it's genuinely just a flop movie. But here's a diabolical movie, Barbie Video Game Hero. This is the Barbie emoji movie. This movie is terrible, and I'm very disappointed because I would have liked a Barbie movie like centered around programming and video games and all of that because I think that's a very important movie for a feminine-driven like franchise to have in this day and age. I think I would have really liked to see a female program and all of that, but this movie's just ass, and I think that's really bad. Actually, I think for a movie which topic I think is very important, I think we should have had a better movie. I'm sorry. That movie sucks. That movie really sucks. Barbie Dolphin Magic. This movie is very forgettable in every way. It's not bad, but it's definitely nobody's ever going to think about it ever again. I definitely did not. And that's why it's going there. It's very much, and I'm sad to end it on such bad like notes because we have some really bad ones here actually. But we have two decent ones. Don't worry, guys. We're still okay. But that movie is, who cares? Who cares? Dolphins are cool, I guess, but nobody cares. And what I do want to say is, from like these movies forward, Mattel keeps on making movies that turn into TV shows, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why there's so many spin-off shows right now. It's over. There's too many because it's also following the same timeline. Why would you not just put them all in Dreamhouse Adventures and have like spin-off episodes? It does not make sense because it follows the same characters regardless. I don't know why we needed so many miniseries, and I really don't like it. I really don't like it. But next we have Princess Adventure, which is also going in Girl Who Gave. This movie isn't bad. I enjoyed some of it, but I feel like every element that I enjoyed from it was just the characters from Dreamhouse Adventures. Which you cannot give props to that movie for the show being good. You know what I mean? At this point, they're just reusing old plots. This is literally just like poor man's Princess and the Pauper. This movie is very mid. But next we actually have a movie that I like. We actually have a movie that I really like. And am I biased about this? Kind of. It's Bobby and Chelsea's Lost Birthday or whatever it's called. Is that this one? Yes, I think this is. I like this movie. Am I biased because I'm the little sister? Yes. And am I biased because I'm a lot like Chelsea? Yes. But this movie is really good. I'm an over-emotional person, and I cry in a lot of Barbie movies, but no Barbie movie has made me cry like this movie. As a little sister who also cares a lot about their birthday, this movie somehow really hit hard for me. It makes me really emotional how much the family cares about each other, you know. It's really nice that there's a movie like that. And Chelsea is very important to me. I'm even getting emotional talking about this. I don't know why, but this movie is really good. And it's a sweet movie, and it's, yeah, you know, it's one of the better recent ones, and I just did have a good time with it. 10 out of 10, not really 10 out of 10, but I give it like a 7.5 out of 10. It's really sweet, and Chelsea cares so much about the family, and the family cares so much about Chelsea. It's just a really good time, you know. Next up, we unfortunately have Barbie Big City Big Dreams, and I don't think this movie's that bad, but it's not good, and unfortunately it's kind of boring to me. I liked some elements, but I think I have a resentment towards this movie, because this movie specifically, when every Barbie movie kind of becomes a TV show, not a TV show, but like a short series, and I feel like this is what took Barbie in a completely different direction. And this is nothing against the other Barbie, because this whole thing introduces the fact that there's two Barbies that have the same name and they become best friends. I don't hate Brooklyn, which is the nickname for the other one. I don't hate her, but I'm kind of irritated, okay? I don't like, and it's sad that I'm gonna end this video on such a sad note, so I'm gonna just get through this quickly. I'm putting Mermaid Power in flop, because Mermaid Power is a flop movie, and I don't have much to say about it. I liked Skipper's Big Babysitting Adventures, but I'm not gonna put it in We Had a Time for Sure. I'm kind of gonna put it in Girl Gaff, but also positively. Because Skipper's Big Babysitting Adventure, we haven't had a Skipper movie since what was that other one? Perfect Christmas, basically. And I liked this one. It showed another side to Skipper, and I liked seeing a Barbie movie fully focused on somebody else, just like I liked the Chelsea movie, but Chelsea's movie was better, unfortunately. And it's not because I'm biased, but this is the full tier list, basically. But this is the whole tier list, basically. Are people going to disagree with me? 100%. I'm sure people are going to be very upset that something like Great Puppy Adventures is above Rapunzel and Fairytopia, but these are my opinions, you guys, and I'm not going to apologize for them. This is my thoughts. But yeah, this is what I think about the Barbie movies. As a Barbie Ultimate fan, I do love Barbie, and I'm glad this franchise is still around, and I hope it stays around for quite some time, okay? So that's my thoughts. I don't know what my next video is going to be, but I will post. I always post, guys. So you should subscribe, because maybe I have more bad opinions to give people, you know? I always do. So you should subscribe and come back in 2 weeks when I post my next video. But anyway, that's all for now. Bye.